Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things have got underway here. Rooney! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rooney really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Right, Scholes. And he was alert to it.
Darren Fletcher will be key here. It's going to be down to him to dictate the tempo of this game.
Yeah, he's the sort of player, isn't he, that the team turns to in tough times.
Yeah, he's going to have to do an awful lot because of his position. Regaining possession, shielding and covering that defence, distributing the ball and carrying it up the pitch at times. He's always willing to go that extra mile.
Oh, the movement is slick. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, sweet feet. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Del Piero. And Royce! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Royce is offering a wry smile there.
Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Royce. That's a good run down the left. Foot in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Shot a goal! Conte. So it is still 0-0. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Now that looks a decent ball. Flashes it across. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Royce. Royce proves just a little bit too strong. Now here's header! And he's straight offside. Darren Fletcher. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Rijkaard. Koundé. Rijkaard.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Vieri. Oh, he's had a chance! Goal!
Del Piero really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So the first goal of the game. Vieri! Iniesta. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Stood up well to him there. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. It's Pele! That is decidedly lacking.
Brazil really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
pinches it off him. And this is Vieri. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Vieri. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Adriano. Now it's Pele. Oh, no question, that's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Ronaldinho! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Ronaldinho deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And it's Rooney. Royce. Now it's Vieri. Scholes. He's had it taken off him. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Conte. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Brazil are down to 10 men. Del Piero taking charge of the dead ball.
Well, he can produce power, precision and deception, so he's not short in options.
Nice interception, well timed. Adriano. Can he spark a counter here? Well, that has not gone well. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substituição.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Del Piero. And he's intervened well there. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, they could break here. Conte. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Del Piero. Can he get it through? And this is Vieri. It's Vieri! That's another chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Ronaldinho. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Defending was strong and firm. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Rooney. Royce. Scholes. That's been slipped through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Rooney unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well read, and the danger is averted. Still just the single goal between the sides. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Conte. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Royce. Aimed beyond the defence. Tries to play it through. Oh, perfectly measured that. Shapes to shoot! And again the keeper stands strong.
Adriano really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Adriano! And he's really put himself on the line here. Ronaldinho! Corner number 3 coming up.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And he cuts out the supply. And it's Rooney. And no, that was never going to make it. Del Piero. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Baresi gets across to intercept that. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Threads one in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Del Piero.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
No outsmarting him this time. Darren Fletcher. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Vieri. Pele. Now that's well seen too. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Knocks it into space. Royce. Royce looking to penetrate opposition lines. And he's intervened well there. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Saliba cuts out the pass. And it's Ronaldinho. Nicely weighted ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Royce. Added time is up, And there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Vieri taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a lovely, neat pass. Fletcher does really well to win the ball there. And here's Vieri. Rooney. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Vieri. Cannavaro with the foul. It's a good 35 yards out, this. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. And it's Del Piero. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
Neymar! That was travelling. Brazil have reclaimed it. Can he get on the end of this? And just the goalkeeper to beat. He's having a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. In for the pieces! It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, well measured. Van der Sar gets rid without sophistication.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Looking for options for movement. No, it's not getting there. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. Saliba. Iniesta.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's a shade optimistic. Oh, this looks sharp. And one more try! And it's come back out to him. And we have our very first corner. Adriano! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Neymar. Time and again they are repelled. Stood up well to him there. Nicely spread. Tries to play it through. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Vieri. He's a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard. It's a pretty loose pass. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Ronaldinho. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, Red, nice interception. And here's Neymar. Del Piero. And he's running through.
Del Piero really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Vieri. Pele. Passing is crisp and sharp. Moved on forwards. Great vision. Here come Brazil on the counter. Pelé receives it in a good position here. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. So the perfect chance to get one back. Adriano! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
It's their second corner of the game.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Iniesta. And he cuts out the supply. It's Adriano! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement, a 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And we are back on the way. Royce. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Royce. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
And it's Del Piero. Nice control. He's going for goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now it's Del Piero, and that is expertly dealt with. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. And this is Pelé! Chance! It's anyone's, and the keeper couldn't hold it. He scores! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Adriano! Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Conte, the man that is tenacity personified. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's good running with the ball. Has a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Neymar, and he's managed to get free. Ronaldinho. Pelé, and here's the chance to counter. Well timed, excellent interception. Pelé. Now, can they get... Can he finish? It's in! Brazil are back in business. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. Brazil really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
That has ended up in no man's land. Not the most accurate pass. Neymar. No, it's come to nothing. And now the breakaway. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Vieri. Well, they've got it again. Shoots! A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well, that has not gone well. Koundé. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 7, Neymar. Camisa 22. Deixando o campo para a entrada de...
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
That has been cut short. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. That ball looks a good one. Scores! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Messi. Now it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a pretty loose pass. And here's Messi. Nakata. And that will be it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Vieri taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's hit the post! And he's quick to get it clear again.
He looked rushed, he should have waited for some movement.
And now the breakaway. Now it's Neymar. And he's managed to get free. It's Neymar! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Neymar goes short. Shot at goal! It's bounced back off the post. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Brazil are looking to go forward now.
Well, Wayne Rooney's role today will be crucial. We all know of his qualities as a goal scorer, but a lot's going to be expected from his creativity too. It's very rare for a striker to have such wonderful vision.
Yeah, he's a player whose performances always have an influence on the game one way or another.
Yeah, he's going to have to play the role of distributor, ball carrier and link man, and sometimes even track back. But he can do it all. He has an incredible work rate and an insatiable desire for victory.
And here's Fletcher. Scholes. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Quarter of an hour played. Del Piero. Now it's Scholes. Shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. Del Piero. Oh, that's neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Koundé makes the interception. Threads one in. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Neymar. So what can they make of this? Now it's Scholes. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ronaldinho is offering a right smile there.
Now it's Vieri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? More and more pressure on the ball here. Baresi calmly anticipates. Now then, the ball's come loose. And that's a dangerous ball. Neymar. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's a key interception. Darren Fletcher. Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Adriano. And he was quick to react. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Del Piero. And this is Neymar. In with the challenge. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, this looks sharp. Eder Militao did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Del Piero simply can't escape his critics. He deserves an earful after that.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears here.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Pass somewhat off target. And there's the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first half thoughts?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So off we go once more. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Pele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's Adriano! Rooney, and it's Ronaldinho. Neymar. Del Piero has been caught there, it's a foul. And he's cut it out. Cannavaro. Ronaldinho. No, that's been intercepted. Can he get it through? And there's his chance to lead the counter. Looking to play him in. Rooney. And that was very necessary. Neymar. That's a throw.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Tries a shot! It's a goal! The breakthrough arrives at last! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Brazil, big chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Neymar with the short one. Well, now here's a good battle. And he shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Fletcher. Well read, and the danger is averted. Takes a shot! Oh, that was venomous. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Oh, no joy this time. Has a look and plays it forward. Tries to play it through. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Scholes. He has a look up. Chance for a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Oh, that's well spotted.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that's a throw-in.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 7.
Baresi.
Neymar. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador. Camisa 22.
Pelé. Well, that pass isn't the best. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he's picked it up out wide. And he's taking no chances. He's tried one! And the keeper couldn't hold it. They've scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be...
Adriano! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure. It's Rooney! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Substituição em campo. Camisa
There's going to be another change here.
Camisa 10.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He has found the way through. He's had a shot! Messi with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well,
He's having a go! Not the most convincing of passes. And that's definitely not his best.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
In by Rooney. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Messi. Well read, nice interception. Messi. Now it's Del Piero. Knocks it into space. Adriano showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Teremos 5 minutos de acréscimo.
Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, they could break here. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, he's been caught napping. 5 minutes to add. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Messi. Aims beyond the defence. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. Oh, what a mistake! Not the most accurate pass. Del Piero. And that's it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right position.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, this is one boy from Croxteth who, so far as club football goes, has achieved just about everything. English football has rested on his broad shoulders for nigh on 2 decades. It is, of course, the modern great that is Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, without question, one of England's all-time finest. His record speaks for itself.
And his face is that of a man who simply cannot accept defeat. Beauty! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a nicely weighted pass. Van der Sar claims comfortably. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Played out towards the right wing. Back into the middle.
Adriano really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, that's well spotted. Rooney, and he welcomes it in. Well read, and the danger is averted. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tries to get it clear. Quality ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now he's got space here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Tries to play it through. Neither side yet able to find the net. Scholes. Oh, nicely intercepted. Fletcher. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that's a dangerous ball. And that is expertly dealt with.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he spark a counter here? And he's intervened well there. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Passing is crisp and sharp. Scholes. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Now it's Rooney. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, super ball! Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Conte. Neymar. Now, can they get him away? It's a good-looking delivery. That's a sharp pass. Rooney. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a lovely, neat pass.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now it's Del Piero, and he plays one through. Now it's Rooney. That ball looks a good one. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. The referee's come over, it's a red card. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Great chance here from position A1.
It's a very good position, this, and the right distance too.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 14.
Rooney! Del Piero. Pinches it off him. Picked out brilliantly. Scholes. It's Ronaldinho! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Conte. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. In with the challenge. Gets a good foot in there. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. That's a look and place it forward. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's beaten the last man. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neymar. Oh, he's got a sign of goal. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Pelé. Not the most accurate pass. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France.
Can he finish? And he gets rid in a hurry. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Threads one in. No, it's come to nothing. And he was alert to it. So it is still 0-0. That's been cut out, well played. Vieri. It's a good spell of possession, this. Neymar really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Now it's Vieri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Del Piero. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Knocks it in. Adriano! Pass just lacking in accuracy. Rooney. And this is Rooney. Turns and goes back. And now the breakaway. Pinches it off him. Great vision. Del Piero. Fletcher does really well to win the ball there. He's got away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's a sharp pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that is expertly dealt with.
Brazil couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Adriano. It's a pretty loose pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Neymar. Now it's Del Piero. Nicely weighted ball. Now that's well seen too. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And this is Pelé! Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Conte. Scholes. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking for the run. Adriano. Can he spark a counter here? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Adriano! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Adriano is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, super ball! Taken back almost at once. And it's Fletcher. He's a sharp little ball here. Well read, nice interception. And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Now it's Pelé. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's only too happy to take that back. Nicely shaped ball. And he's being shifted off it. Oh, well measured. It's Adriano! It's bounced back off the post. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Rijkaard getting this one clear. Rooney! Oh, that's a sharp enough swivel, struck first time.
Well, he's getting a few rounds of applause from around the touchline, but he's angry with himself, really angry.
Looking to play him in. Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard. And this is Vieri. And a chance! It's in! There is the breakthrough! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And the shot! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
Brazil grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
That's a shade optimistic. Nicely spread. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Can he get it through?
Del Piero really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like...
And Del Piero! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's been taken short. Brazil are looking to go forward now. And this is Adriano. Rijkaard. Vieri. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Scholes. Del Piero. And it's Conte. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Pelé. Pelé! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Pelé has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
That has not gone well. And reclaimed it in a trice. No, that's been intercepted. Conte. That'll be a throw. Half an hour gone in the second half. He's picked his way through. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Del Piero. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently... And the shot! It's in! And they get themselves in front!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 10.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Delivers with whip.
Camisa 11. Camisa 16.
So what can they make of this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, easy pickings there. Played back to the goalkeeper. Khan. And Koundé. Royce.
Pretty robust defending. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Ronaldinho. I think we're just about done here.
Teremos 3 minutos
Adriano.
de acréscimo.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Distributed tidily. And it's Rooney. Tries to play it through. And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game. and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And the shot! It's hit the upright. That's good play. Out for a throw.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I've got my eye on Militao, who's developing his game very well and quite quickly. I think you need someone very strong in the central defensive position, and he is living up to that now, delivering what he was maybe failing to deliver not so long ago. Just a lot more confidence, a lot stronger, and he'll be the one that they'll have to try and get past.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
Not the most accurate pass. Now, can they get him away?
Conte.
Well timed, excellent interception.
Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, this looks sharp.
That's cause for mild irritation.
Rooney. And the counter is on.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
It's not an especially good pass, that. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here.
That's been cut out, well played.
Adriano, he's picked his way through. Adriano purring through the gears. Neymar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Stood up well to him there. Threads one in. And this is Adriano. Neymar. He's had it taken off him. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard. Vieri. He's found the way through. Shot, surely! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
And we have our very first corner. Neymar plays it short. Hefty! Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? So a big chance now from 12 yards. So the would-be breakthrough moment. Doubt. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Fletcher does well to get it back. That pass isn't the best. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this. Chance for a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Neymar is offering a right smile there.
Del Piero! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. No, again there's no way through. Now it's Del Piero. Now that looks a decent ball. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played into space. Good effort from distance. And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Del Piero. Nicely weighted ball. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Royce. Shoots! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. So off we go once more. And he's being shifted off it. Neymar. Now it's Vieri. Royce. Pele.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Well, that has not gone well. Looking for the run. And he's picked out the run. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Pass somewhat off target. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Vieri. And they're back on the ball again. Adriano.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ronaldinho. Great ball, and it's Pele! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And he hits the net. Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Vieri. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
It's a pretty loose pass. Conte. And Koundé chooses to go cross-field. Baresi. And it's Neymar. And here's Del Piero. Del Piero! And the pass is intercepted. He's going for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Royce really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's Royce. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Brilliantly cut out. Big chance! It's a searching pass.
Vieri really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
It's Adriano! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Adriano actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Rijkaard. Now it's Del Piero. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Oh, good read. Knocks it into space. Royce. Royce running with the ball. And he's running through. Royce! And that would have been game, set and match.
Royce has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
It's their second corner of the game. Neymar with the short one. And a chance! Goal! And surely now The result beyond doubt. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Conte looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Can he get it through? Baresi. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And that's that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Vieri claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So this the chance to fire his team in front. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, he's missed.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
Del Piero.
Pass is just off target.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Back into the middle.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now it's Pelé. Neymar. And he's only too happy to take that back. Well, terms like genius and legend are often used, overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Adriano. Oh, good-looking ball. Royce. Good purposeful running, this. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Eder Militao does really well to win the ball there. That pass has been well intercepted. Shot could be on the finish! It's hit the crossbar.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Adriano. Now, can they get him away? Pelé. Oh, shooting chance! Still goalless. Neymar chasing after it. Neymar. Plenty to aim at here. Goes for a shot! There it is! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, look! And Royce! Oh, taken with style! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now that looks a decent ball. That's headed upfield. Tries to play it through. Now it's Rooney. Adriano. Adriano! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Adriano! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, some tackle that. And now they can spring out of defence. Rijkaard. And it's Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's well spotted. That's a cute ball. He's a sharp little ball here. That has been cut short. Knocks it into space. And he's managed to get free. That is a brilliant interception. That's a sharp pass. Aimed beyond the defence. Conte. Royce. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. It's Rooney! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rijkaard with the clearance. Brazil have their third corner. Koundé goes long. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Great vision. Decent chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. Spread neatly. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's half-time here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. Here we go again. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ronaldinho. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Del Piero, and this is Vieri. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a good position, shoots! And that's another good win of the ball. Now he's had a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Chance! Lofted upfield. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Vieri.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Cannavaro cuts it out. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well read, nice interception. And this is Adriano. Oh, he's burst through. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neymar looking understandably energised after his goal. Passing is crisp and sharp. Royce. And it's Del Piero.
Del Piero really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball.
Adriano! It's in! Back to within one! Interesting!
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
Brazil get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Save from Khan!
Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach. It's Adriano! And that was nowhere near his best. And the counter is on. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Kante. Nicely shaped ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. Chance, surely! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So the lead now is 2. Ronaldinho! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Adriano. It's Adriano! And it's in! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Kante, played out wide. I think we're just about done here. Royce.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Not the most accurate pass. Now that's well seen too. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Royce. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Pieri, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening.